Good morning, church. I'm coming to you from Frontier Park in St. Charles, Missouri. As I tape this, it's Saturday night near golden hour after a couple of long days at conference. I want to share with you a few things that have been going on here. Take a look.
Our gathering. Feel free to stop by our accessibility station. There you'll find hearing devices, large print resources.
The good news is, as I go through this conference, I feel empowered. I feel energetic. I feel safe and happy here in the Missouri conference. If I could describe this feeling, as opposed to the ones that I felt recently at conferences, it's different. The whole vibe is different. Everything that we're doing is filled with love and hope and support. We're looking forward, not backwards. We're coming to you as clergy and as lay leaders, looking for a good place to jump into new ministries, a way for us to launch ourselves into a world unknown. How are we doing ministry today, and how is it different from what we're doing tomorrow? Because if I've learned one thing from this conference, if I've learned one thing from Bishop Farr and what he's doing and what he's trying to teach us, we can't stay put. We got to keep moving. What we're doing is working to a point, but unless we reach new people in new places, well, let's just say we need to reach new people and new places quickly. Now, I lived in Missouri my whole life. I love it here. It's got a little bit of everything, and I think that's kind of the point of ministry here in the great state of Missouri. In every congregation, we have a little bit of everything. We have a little bit of people who are more traditionalists, who kind of like to do things the old way. We have progressives who understand and appreciate the principles of the old, but have no problem with new ways and new understandings as the Bible is revealed to us. And then, of course, we have the centrists, the ones that are in the middle. And let's be honest, most people, including our church, most people find themselves in the middle most of the time. But if we're all a little different, all across the state, how do we minister to those who don't look like us, who don't talk like us, who might wear jeans instead of slacks, who might wear overalls? How do we reach people who are decidedly different than we are? Let's see if maybe we can understand this a little bit different way. I'm standing here next to the Missouri River, right here at St. Charles. Now, I'm not much of a fisherman. You know that. I like to fish for people, not necessarily for fish. If I wanted to catch a small bluegill, this may not be the best place to fish. If I wanted to maybe catch one of those Asian carp that are huge and massive, that aren't even native here, it might be the right place to fish. But most of you know that I don't really go to the Missouri River often. I go to Stockton Lake. If I wanted to get a small bluegill out of Stockton Lake, I could show you an infinite number of places in that lake to get you a small bluegill. See, if we're going to try to catch fish, but fish that aren't what we're used to, that might be different sizes, might be a different way of looking at things. They might speak differently. They might use a different tongue. They might have a different skin color. They might be in different socioeconomic classes. They may show up to church in a hoopty in a shirt with a hole in it, or they might show up with a nice Lexus in a suit. Is our church going to welcome them? Are we going to be the ones that open the door to those people who may not be just like us? Because when I look around here in St. Charles, it doesn't look like Independence. And when I look at my neighborhood at home and the neighborhood around the church, they're different. And when I look at the demographics of the people in our church, it doesn't fit the demographics of the people around our church. Funny note here, while I was filming, I got attacked by a swarm of bugs, and these people wanted to come say hi and wondered why I was talking to myself at the edge of the river. As a denomination, we've made mistakes. Make no doubt about it. We've made mistakes as a denomination, as a conference, as a local church, and as individuals. We've made mistakes along the way. Forgiving oneself isn't always the easiest thing to do. But we're moving forward, whether we do or not. We can move forward better if we forgive the trespasses we've done in the past and move forward. I, as your pastor, plan on moving forward with an explanation. Here in a couple of weeks, I'm going to call an all-church conference. I want us to meet, and I want us to have a good theological talk on what's going on in the United Methodist Church. What changes came about at General Conference? So in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be calling that. I want you to come. If you think you don't need to come, you're wrong. I need you to come because I want you to understand. I want you to be able to understand exactly what's going on, and I want you to hear it from a pastor and not a news source, not some random person. I just want to give you the facts as they are. Here's what happened. And then we can talk about it. I want to have a conversation with you. It's how we're going to learn. Because at the end of the day, a lot's happened. But it's all going to be water under the bridge. And I assure you, in this river, that's a lot of water under the bridge. So let's forgive ourselves for all that we've done. And let's focus on all the amazing things we're going to do.